I love walking, and if like me you have walked in Scotland, you'll know it's not quite the same as walking in England, particularly the Lake District, is it? Now today's video is about walking in Scotland and how it relates to you planning your marketing. Hi, this is Sharon Hewitt from Superfast Recruitment, and I've made my decision. It is time to get fit again, and one of the things that I love doing is walking. And many years ago we were on a walking holiday up in Scotland, and I don't know if you've walked in Scotland. I'm sure many of you have. Somebody said it's not like walking in the Lake District, and I didn't really know what that was about until we got there. So imagine we're out there walking through a forest. Everything's going great. We've got our Ordnance Survey Pathfinder's book, following the instructions, working brilliantly. And then we keep going up and up. And finally, we come out of this forest and we're onto open moorland. And suddenly that path that we've been following, nowhere to be seen. And to cut a really long story short, a 4.5 hour walk ended up taking us probably 6.5, maybe 7 hours. And it was a long day. We were shattered. Now, how does that relate to you and your marketing planning? Well, we thought that we were organised. We've got our Pathfinder book, we got loads of supplies and everything. But what we didn't realise was, we didn't quite realise how different walking in Scotland is, and that actually it would have been a really good idea to have brought with us a proper Ordnance Survey map so that we could have used it to navigate our path. So there were some gaps in our planning, and hindsight is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Now, let's think about you and your marketing, because the last thing that you want to have, with everything that's been going on, you want to go into the final quarter of the year and into next year. You want a solid plan that is going to work for your business with no gaps. Now, there are 7 steps, 7 key things for you to build into your marketing plan. So let's kind of start then. At the beginning, they always say it's a good place to start, don't they? And it's been really clear, and do the analysis so you know exactly where you're at with your business. What is working in your business today? What are the marketing strategies that you've been implementing that has been bringing new business in, that's been attracting the right kind of clients and candidates for you? What hasn't been working? It's really easy to look at what's not been working and to forget the good things, because you want to bring those good things into your plan, don't you? Now, the other thing, of course, is the gaps. We need to identify the gaps. Now, a real quick, easy way that you can do this is, if you haven't already downloaded our marketing checklist, jump onto the Superfast Recruitment website at superfastrecruitment.co.uk, put in /MCL, and you'll be able to download the Recruitment Marketing Audit Checklist, and that will help you identify some gaps. But you need to know what is not working in your business before you move on to the second thing, and that is being really clear about what you want to achieve in your business over the next period of time, whether that's 6 or 12 months. Strongly recommend you have a financial goal, and trust me, I speak to many people who don't have that clarity of a financial goal. So that's got to be an absolute cert. But what other goals do you want to have in your business? How many new clients do you want? How many jobs do you want? How many new team members do you want to bring back on board as you are rebuilding, and then pushing forward to grow? If it's new offices, when do you want to move into new offices? Some of you might decide to not go back into offices and work remotely, but what are your plans for how you build the team with that? So have plenty of goals. Now, then of course, it comes to your marketplace and your sectors, and something that we've been talking to a lot of our clients about, and other people, prospects, It's a real hot topic in terms of the sectors that people work in. You know, many companies are looking at sub-verticals of existing sectors, and you know, and also if they're working in sectors that have been particularly hit by recent events, they're looking at targeting new sectors. So really take time to understand, you know, where are the growth opportunities across different industries right now, and what size of companies do you want to target in that sector, and who are the people in those businesses that you would need to get your marketing in front of. So be really clear on your market and who you're marketing to. Next thing to think about then is your offers. Now, you know, you may well be looking at existing offers. Of course, you might be, you know, historically a contingency recruiter. You might do some temp work. Have you now decided to bring in, you know, let's say longer term contracting or retained service? Have you brought in, you know, additional value added service such as consultancy or, you know, outplacement help? So think about the services that you're offering today. Are they the same? If not, then you need to think about how you're going to package those services. And of course, think about pricing. Now, once you're really clear on that, the key thing is to think about how you will communicate those services. What are the marketing and the sales messages that you want to use on your website, across social media, you know, in your email marketing? And you know, if you still have and use printed materials, because hey, people do still like receiving something in the post, then what are the messages that you want to be communicating? And you know, once you've got the clarity around that, of course, we need to get messages out to the market. So the next thing that you want to be considering is how are you going to communicate it, and what are the lead generation systems that you are going to put in place to communicate those messages. So, you know, think about it. What will you do across social media? How will that connect with perhaps, you know, email campaigns that you're doing, you know, perhaps video content that you want to be using? What automated funnels might you want to set up? You know, how are you nurturing prospects and candidates? So lots of different marketing strategies that you will want to consider. And, you know, a top tip here would be, you are better focusing on a smaller number of strategies that you implement really well and that they deliver for your business than trying to do too much, spin too many plates, and then things don't really work in the way that you want. So do think about that when you're planning. And then of course, finally, we need to think about measurement. How will you know that you are getting the results that you want? What will you measure? How will you measure that you're achieving your financial goals? How will you measure that you are getting towards the point where you can increase headcount, you know, or make other business growth decisions? So think about your measurements. You know, what KPIs will you use? Is it still about number of CVs out, number of interviews, etc.? If it is, fantastic. If you're not as KPI driven from that point of view, what will you measure to make sure that the marketing that you're implementing is working for you? So I hope that's really clear. If you want some more, some help and some guidance around it, then feel free, you know, to pick up the phone, get in touch. And if you haven't done that marketing checklist, it's a great quick resource. It's a tick box thing. So that website link again is superfastrecruitment.co.uk/MCL. That's Sharon Newey from Superfast Recruitment. I'll talk to you soon.